What do you mean I'm late? What do you mean I'm late to the party and everybody else has already done this? Well, but I've got them and they're pink. I got a shirt. Look, it matches. What do you mean? It's old news now. What's up guys, James here from BootWizard Boot Reviews, and yes, I realise these came out quite some time ago, but I had some shipping issues for the first time in a while, so my Mbappe Mercurials have only just arrived, but hey, that is not an excuse to not drop a video on these fantastic Pink Panther, Berry, Rosa, whatever you want to call them, inspired Mbappe Signature Series boots, the second in his signature lineup. So remember to like the video, get subscribed to the channel, and let's jump in and see what we think of these fabulous, fabulous boots. I'm a big fan. We'll start with the basics. We get the Nike box, but we've gone with an all black number here. Now, I can't remember if this is maybe a callback to the original Rosa, you know, the original pink berry boots, but they've gone for all black, which does add itself to a premium vibe, but it's not quite as premium or as impressive as we got from the very first Mbappe signature, and it's not as impressive as we got from the Sancho boots, which dropped very recently. In the box, you get a string bag. So down the bottom, we have this new design that Nike are going with, which is this design to the exact specifications of Kylian Mbappe with the 140, which is the zip code for his hometown or his home region of Bondy. Now, this was on his originals, and then on the Sancho boots, they put SE11 for his home region of London, which I think is very cool, and they've kind of tied the whole thing together. The Mbappe, the Sancho, and I would expect them to continue doing the same going forwards, really tying boots back to the heritage of players, which I really, really like. Speaking of heritage, this string bag obviously is tied to the heritage of those boots, with you getting the old Mercurial logo down here and then a carbon fiber-esque pattern. Now, there's no carbon fiber on the boot, so they give you this carbon fiber type effect on the string bag, which is very, very cool. So here they are. These are inspired by a legendary boot, a really iconic boot. And if you're not sure of why the original pink berry boot was so important, it's because nobody was really rocking pink boots at the time. We talk about Ronaldo R9 getting those purple and silver Mercurials back in '98 at the World Cup and really standing out. Nobody was really rocking pink, and then Nike drop these Vapors in what was the pink berry colorway. Now, if you're wondering why these are Rosa, it's because apparently that was the actual name of those boots to start with, but because the color was pink berry, we all know them as pink berry Mercurial Vapors, even though the actual boot was called Rosa. This boot is another example of Nike going big with their retro designs without actually doing a one-to-one remake. So this original color, the pink berry or the Pink Panther boot as we know it as a result of that advert featuring Frank Ribery, is inspired by that Mercurial Vapor 4. So this is inspired by the Vapor 4 released in 2008, which apparently was one of a young Mbappe's unicorn boots. It was a boot he really, really wanted, and there's a whole story. It's a really nice, heartwarming story where he really wanted them, and his parents told him that if he did really well in school and he kept up and he did everything that they asked, they would buy him a pair. And young Mbappe, he did this, he did very well in school, he did everything that they asked of him, and his parents saved up to buying him a pair. By Mbappe's own admission, they had to save up for a very, very long time to be able to afford to buy them. But in the end, he got a pair of the boots, which is a really nice story to tie in to why Mbappe is getting this particular remake. So you've got the Mercurial logoing down here as well, which is a nice nod back to those originals, but then it's combined in with the brand new Nike styling. There's nothing different on this boot when compared to a regular Vapor 13 or Superfly 7 when you take this model here. This was available in a low-cut Vapor as well. I went for the Superfly purely because I just felt that it was a little bit more Mbappe, it looked a little bit better, and I already have a Vapor. Honestly, I think they both look really good, and where I normally go for the Vapor because it's cheaper, I went Superfly here. I like to think that this white design around the heel here and that wraps under the rear part of the split sole design is also a little nod to the carbon fiber strip that was on the original boot, which is a very nice little design touch just to keep it all in tow. And my only complaint really, this is kind of the wrong color. Now, for 2020, this really stands out and it's very bold. We're in an industry and in a time where to get yourself to stand out, to have a really wow boot, you have to do something a bit brighter than what we might expect. This isn't actually the same berry color as we would have expected from a remake, or at least in my opinion. The only thing I would have liked them to do on this boot in comparison to get it close to the original is make it that original color. This is much brighter. It's more pink. It's maybe more Mbappe. It's maybe more modern, but I would have liked to have seen it fit just that little bit more the original color, because there isn't a huge amount in here that is in reference to that original boot, apart from the Mercurial logo and this back section here. The rest of it is very much just a pink boot and a story from Mbappe, and of course it's a signature, so you get his logo here. So I would have liked to have seen it be that little bit closer to the original color, but I love a pink boot and I think this looks amazing. The sole plate is still that split sole, and this is a chrome wearable finish. I think the pink looks fantastic. That is probably a little bit closer to that pink berry colorway with the silver Aerotrax plate. I think that looks really, really nice. And then on the inside of the boot, which I'm probably going to struggle to get this out now that I've started talking, and I'm just going to keep talking while I get this out as if nothing's happening and I'm not having any struggles to get the insole out of this boot. On the inside of the boot, you get this here, which again has the Kylian Mbappe information. Here's saying without risk, there is no victory. His logo, and then again, that zip code on the Nike grip insole with again, that little nod to the carbon fiber. So even though there is no carbon fiber on this, and I'm okay with that, I think putting carbon fiber or a mock carbon fiber on the bottom of this boot might make it look cheap or even like kind of bad from the side. So it's nice to see there's a little nod on the insole there. Lots of attention to detail from Nike, as you would expect, and I haven't got that many complaints. I really like these boots. If you want a full breakdown of the performance of the Superfly 7 or the Vapor 13, they're basically the same boot, then I do have full reviews on my channel of all the tech details. We're not going to go into it here because we're just here to look at the beauty of the boot. So let me know what you think. Are these worth the money? They're quite expensive because they're an Mbappe limited edition. Would you go out and cop them? Are you interested in picking up the takedowns? Because this is available in a full range, something we didn't get from that Sancho boot. Different stud patterns, different types. You get the Academy, you get the Pro. No Pro, I don't think. So would you be interested in picking one of those out? Are you willing to rock a pink boot on the pitch? I know sometimes where I play, pink boots mean more kicks to the shins. Remember to like the video and of course get subscribed to the channel so you can pick up content like this and all my other content that I have on the channel and coming up. But have a good day. I hope you've enjoyed the video and I'll see you soon.